Hi guys, how are you?
All good, Jack, thank you. Do you have time to tell us another story?
Sure. What about a famous writer whose story is, how can I say, magic?
Yes, please. Can't wait to hear about it.
Today we are going to learn about Joanne Rowling, also known by her pen name J.K. Rowling. Who is J.K. Rowling and why do we need to know about her? J.K. Rowling is the author of the Harry Potter books, which you may have heard of. Her story is truly inspirational, as she's an example of someone who did what she loved, believed in herself and her uniqueness, and never gave up her dreams, even when times were tough. Joanne Rowling was born on the 31st of July in 1965 in Yate, Gloucestershire, England. Since she was a child, she had a wide imagination and would often create stories about magical creatures and exciting adventures. She wrote her first story, Rabbit, about a rabbit named Rabbit with measles at the age of 6. After graduation, she had several jobs, but she never stopped writing, even if at that time it was more of a hobby. She was working as a researcher and a bilingual secretary for Amnesty International in 1990 when she first had the idea for the Harry Potter series, while on a delayed train from Manchester to London King's Cross. From that moment, she began to plan out the 7 books of the popular children's fantasy series, published between 1997 and 2007. She wrote mostly in longhand and amassed a mountain of notes, many of which were on scraps of paper. To model her characters, she took inspiration from people she came across during her life. She modeled her young hero after her childhood neighborhood friend Ian Potter, who lived 4 doors down from her. The red-headed lovable Ron Weasley was inspired by her best friend. And Hermione is a younger and exaggerated version of herself. Professor Snape was created thinking of a secondary school chemistry teacher. The plot is about a scrawny black-haired, bespectacled orphan called Harry Potter who discovers that he's actually a wizard and enrolls in the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The idea that we could have a child who escaped from the confines of the adult world and goes somewhere where he has power, both literally and metaphorically, really appealed to me, stated Rowling in an interview. During that period, she has to face many challenges, but she kept working on her dream, clinging to it even more. Her mother was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a severe disease which affects the nervous system, and died soon after. She got married to a television journalist, Jorge Arantes, and had a daughter, Jessica Isabel Rowling Arantes, but she then divorced and found herself in poverty. She became a single mother, living on welfare benefit to be able to survive and struggling with severe depression. Everything seems to go wrong, except for the moment she could pick up a pen and throw herself into her magic escape from reality. She would take her young daughter to a local cafe in Edinburgh, the Elephant House, every day to continue writing what would one day become the most famous book in modern literature. It took years of hard work, determination, and a belief in herself and her stories. She rewrote the opening chapter of her first book a total of 15 times. Her life is an inspiration to never give up. Stay focused and be patient. Your time will arrive. After she finished writing the first book, she tried to have it published, but again, it was not an easy path. Her manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers before one of them took a chance on her, and only on the recommendation of the senior editor's young daughter who had been mesmerized by the Little Wizard adventure. They even warned her not to quit her day job, as she might not make much money. Well, that was not the case. The first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stones, was finally published in 1997. Along with the 6 sequels which followed, the series has sold over 600 million copies and been translated into 84 languages and spawned a global media franchise including films and video games. By 2008, Forbes, an American business magazine, had named her the world's highest paid author. With this series, she has inspired and continues to inspire a digital generation to pick up a book and read, propelling young people into the wonderful world of reading. Her story highlights the power of imagination and the impact that a single book can have on millions of people around the world. She has written other books beside the Harry Potter series. She has written mystery novels under the pen name Robert Galbraith, and she's also written other children's books like The Ichabod or Fantastic Beast. So if you love the magical world of Harry Potter, be sure to check out these books too. Joanne is not only one of the most acclaimed British authors, but also a philanthropist. She's not forgotten her difficult times and is aware of many women who are still struggling in their daily lives. She decided to use her popularity and wealth to found the Volon Charitable Trust, which supports women and children and helps to combat poverty and social inequality. At the beginning of the first Harry Potter book, Dumbledore, the housemaster of Hogwarts School, predicts that one day Harry's name will be known by every child in the wizarding world. That prediction came true in the most beautiful way, and with it, the dream of a young girl with a huge imagination and a strong determination to do what she loved and believe in herself.
Wow, this is really an incredible story.
Which are the main messages we can take away from J.K. Rowling's life?
JK Rowling shows us that no matter what happens to our lives, we can always find a way. Like she did writing her books, to find comfort and help. The importance of perseverance and resilience in the face of rejection and obstacles. To strongly believe in yourself and your dreams and keep working hard to make them true. Her story represents a hope for many people that even at your lowest moments, things can change for the best.